Hello, thank you for joining me once again. The last video I put out, it was about how to create your own texture paste using sand and acrylic paints. And today's video here is the time-lapse painting of that particular base that I prepared. So if you haven't already watched that video, then I would highly recommend that you give it a look and it will make a lot more sense of this one. So please enjoy the time-lapse and I will join you again at the end and give you a little bit more information. Enjoy! So here I'm really just building up the base and putting on the colours in roughly the sort of area that I think I'm going to keep them. Obviously this is a process and it's about building up layers, especially with the texture. You've got lots of sort of little areas in between the textured pieces that you can fill in with colour. And the beauty with this process, and I know this is speeded up, but when the painting continues, a lot of this may end up being covered, but because of the texture, you'll still actually be able to see little bits of those colours beneath. Plus, they actually give depth to colours that are put on the top. So although it looks very involved and as if I'm sort of changing stuff as I go along, this has a purpose because it will add to the final depth and interest in the painting. So really it's just a question of keeping on going, keep building. You see there I've actually covered up a lot of the copper area, but I may go back in and put that afterwards. So please bear with me. I hope you'll enjoy watching this process and it will show you how to actually build this painting. If you're at all curious about how fast I actually do paint, this little section of the video shows you me painting in actual time. So you can imagine that there's been a lot of work condensed down into the speeded up version of this painting process. But you will be very bored literally watching paint dry, and so that was the reasoning behind speeding this up, to give you that sort of watching it build in front of your eyes, which is a lot faster than it would actually take. Plus it's also very interesting for me to see how things work as well. So this is the real time of painting. You may just notice here that I'm actually using my palette knife to scrape the colour across, just like I did with one of my earlier videos of grazing the paint actually onto the rough surface. It just leaves the paint in various raised areas and just adds that little dimension of extra texture on top of the already important texture. And now I'm back to the brush for blending, and that bright yellow has come in, and it is starting to make an appearance there. So here we have pretty much the finished painting, apart from taking off the masking tape, which I'll do shortly. I've gone ahead and put on the pearlescent colours. I didn't film it because it's very hard to tell from the ordinary paint, so I've just gone ahead and put them on. I will list all the paints in the description and the comments so you can see what I've done. I hope that you'll enjoy seeing all of this lovely, lovely texture. We've got some beautiful shadows, some lovely colours that have mixed in with the intensity of the bases that we put on, and then the colours over the top. So I'm happy with this. I hope that you've enjoyed watching the whole process of my painting, and I will reveal the full thing very shortly. I hope you enjoyed that. I know it was a little bit speeded up, but it literally would have been like watching paint dry if I hadn't speeded it up for you. So I hope that you managed to understand what was going on. By all means, please do give me your comments, feedback, questions, and I will get back to you and help you as much as possible with that. This is the final picture, which it now has its pearlescence. So you can see all those beautiful shades that come out. So wherever this painting ends up, it's going to have interest at all times of day and whatever position it's in, because it's got those highlights. Those are purely optional, obviously, but for me, I like to add those little bits of shimmer and shine to a painting. I will put all the details of the paints I have used in the comments, and I will put any other little bits of info in there that I think you might find useful. Do please get in touch if I can be of any help, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. In the meantime, please don't forget to hit the usual subscribe and the little bell, and then you don't miss anything. Many thanks again for watching. Bye bye.